How's it going, guys? Coming at you with another build project here for the channel. For those of you guys that have followed me in the past, you know that we've done a couple of these previously. We did the Project Glock series where we took and modded out a Glock 22. We also did the Project SPR where we took an existing AR-15 and converted it into more of an SPR style format. This particular series is going to be the Project SPR 2.0, and this is going to be a ground up build. So we're going to take all the individual components and put them together. And by doing that, we get to decide kind of what we want to put into the rifle, and that's kind of the idea, is that you guys are going to see the thought process behind which components we choose, and hopefully you guys can glean some information from that, and it should help you decide kind of what you want to put into your builds in the future. Just to give you guys an idea of that. This isn't going to be a step-by-step how-to video on how to build an AR-15. There's tons of tutorials online. This is going to be more or less showing you kind of my thought process behind it. So, but from the series, you should get a pretty good idea of what you need to build an AR-15, and we are going to show you the build process. So you're are going to glean some information from that as well. But that's really not the purpose of the series. What this rifle is going to do for me is, and for the channel, is that it's going to be a test bed for accuracy in the future. So when I do ammunition reviews, things like that, you guys will this will be the rifle that it's shot through. So you guys will get a better idea, and it gives me a more efficient platform to test ammunition from. But it's also, I plan on doing a predator hunting series here in the near future, hopefully, and this will be the hunting rifle for that specific purpose as well. So there's gonna be lots of videos with this in the future, but for this video, this particular one is going to serve as an intro to the actual series, and I'm going to show you the components that I have so far. Now, financially, I haven't been able to go out and just buy everything I need for the rifle. Some of these components are very expensive, and so I've had to kind of build them up over the time. And so I've had some of these components for a while now. And that's kind of one of the advantages of building your own AR-15, is you don't have to go out and put all the money down on a gun. You can kind of buy the materials as you go along, and so you can stretch out your dollar over time. And the other advantage, obviously, is that you get to choose what components you want to actually put in the rifle yourself. And so you got to kind of build it how you want to build it. And so that's kind of the couple of advantages of it. So I'm excited to do this. It should be kind of a fun little series. Let's go ahead and take a look at the individual components. All right, first off, let's talk about the actual upper and lower components that we're going to be using for the gun. Now, this is a Noveske Gen 2 lower. So there is now a Gen 3 lower that you can get from Noveske, but this is the actual forged lower. The Gen 3s are exactly the same as this, only they are a milled or a billet lower. This is not a billet lower. This is actually a forged lower. And let me cover my serial number here. But this is a Noveske lower, and Noveske really puts out just super high-end components. They're just a fantastic company, and that's really why I wanted to go with a Noveske lower for this rifle. So this is the Gen 2 strip lower that we're going to put in it. Now, the upper is going to be a Voltor Mur. Now, some of you guys probably know what the Mur is. It stands for Modular Upper Receiver. And the reason why I'm going with the Gen 2 lower and the Mur is that both of these are kind of overbuilt. They're very robust, and they should add some extra rigidity and stability, and they should be a bit more accurate than your standard mil-spec upper and lower. Now, Noveske in the past has used the Mur as their labeled upper. You can get one that says Noveske on it. This is not a Noveske labeled one, but it's identical to what Noveske actually uses. And so the Mur is just a fantastic upper, and the Gen 2 lower, both of these being a bit more overbuilt, should give us a lot more stability and should give us some better accuracy out of the actual gun. Now, moving on here, we have the most excellent Sharps Rifle Company Reliabolt and the Balanced Bolt Carrier Group. Now this, guys, I did a review on the Reliabolt here, and you can check the links down below for the actual review of the Reliabolt. Just an absolutely fantastic modern tech piece for the AR-15. For you guys that don't know, the Reliabolt is like several technological steps ahead of even your best mil-spec bolt. And so I really recommend that you guys check out the Reliabolt from the Sharps Rifle Company. Now this component you guys have not seen on the channel, and this is the balanced bolt carrier group from Sharps Rifle Company as well. And this is going to be, we're going to be doing a review on this particular piece for this project series. Just a fantastic piece. It's got that MP3 coating, just a fantastic bolt carrier group. And you'll see that here in the future. Now the charging handle that we decided to go with was the Voltor and BCM Gunfighter Mod 4. This is the medium gunfighter that they put out. Gives you some more meat to grab onto on the actual latch there. Gives you a little bit better one-handed operation. Now the muzzle device that we actually decided to go with was the Griffin Armament Flash Comp. This has kind of the best of both worlds. It has compensating abilities as well as flash hiding capabilities. So we're going to be doing some testing on this here in the future. We're going to show you some nighttime footage of this when we get it actually put on. But I've done a lot of research into this, and we'll break this out into its own video so you guys can check it out as well. All right, now the rail that we decided to go with is the Midwest Industries M-LOK design. Now, for those of you guys that aren't familiar with M-LOK, it's Magpul's proprietary locking system, their modular locking system. For those, most everybody right now is going with the sexy key mod handguards. I decided to veer away from that because I really feel that Magpul, being one of the industry leaders, their M-LOK design is not going anywhere anytime soon. And I think it's really a superior locking system over the key mod system. And so I decided to go M-LOK on this. This is that Midwest Industries rail, and it's a 15-inch long rail, so it should look really nice with that 18-inch barrel. Now the trigger that we're going with is actually a Rock River 2-stage. It says Geisley automatic on this bag, but it's not. It's a Rock River 2-stage. I decided I'm going to go with this just because I got a really good deal on this particular trigger, and I've shot a lot of the 2-stage matches from Rock River in the past, and they've really been a nice trigger. Now maybe later on down the road I might upgrade to something more high end, but right now I feel that the Rock River 2-stage is going to be more than adequate, and we might do a little bit of a polishing job on this particular trigger just to make it even that much better. But that's kind of the trigger that I'm going to go with. And that really is the only lower component that I have from parts right now. I have not got a parts kit yet for the actual lower, and we'll get that down the road. Really, in the beginning, I'm going to focus on the upper build. But that's the only component I have for the lower right now. All right, now this is really where I need a lot of advice from you guys to maybe help me decide what I want to do, and that is in barrel choice. I have actually 2 barrels to choose from. Right now I have the 18-inch 1 1/8 twist Wilson Combat. This is the Recon Tactical with that fluting. Wilson Combat 5.56 NATO 1 1/8 twist. Look at the fluting on this barrel. It's just absolutely beautiful with that kind of matte satin finish. It's just really nice looking barrel. I think in looks, I don't think there's another barrel on the market right now that can beat this Wilson Combat Recon Tactical. I think it's just fantastic. It's a 1 1/8 twist, 18-inch barrel, just a fantastic barrel. And this is the barrel that I bought originally for this project. Now, shortly thereafter, after I bought this, I actually came across a really good deal on this barrel right here, and this is a Noveske SPR barrel. So this one is this one's a 5.56 chamber as well, and it has this 7. It's a 1 7 twist with the polygonal rifling. This is the updated polygonal rifling from Noveske. But I got a really good deal on this rifle. And for those of you guys that know, Noveske just builds a super high quality barrel. And so I purchased this, thinking that this might be a really good option for this build. It has this ultra flat finish on it, but it is a stainless steel barrel. This one is 410 stainless. and this one is 416R stainless. So you guys can read all you want about Noveski's steel that they choose for their barrel, but it's got the polygonal rifling. It's actually improved polygonal rifling that Noveski makes. So I'm really trying to decide which barrel I'm going to use for the actual project. I'm going to break this into its own video where I kind of want your guys' opinion on it. If you want to put your opinion in the bottom of this video, you can, but it's going to be between these barrels. And I'm going to go through and make a video talking about the pros and the cons of each one of these barrels, and hopefully that'll give you guys a better idea, and so you guys can give me some advice, because I think it's really sixes in a lot of ways. Some of you guys are going to be like, well, then go with Noveski for sure, but there's reasons why I might not want to go with the Noveski. So anyway, we'll break that into its own video. You guys can talk to me about it. But for the Wilson Combat Barrel, we do have this Voodoo Tactical melanite coated gas tube mid-length, and then we just have an intermediate length here for the Noveski. For those of you guys that don't know, if we line up the barrels, you can see where this is where the gas block is, and this is the gas block we're going to use. It's just a Wilson Combat low profile, but you can see the difference between the medium length and the intermediate length versus the rifle length, which would be about out here. So we've got three different lengths here: rifle, intermediate, and mid length. The intermediate is supposed to be better balanced for an 18-inch barrel, and that's why Noveski went with it. So the other thing we're going to do in this project is we're actually going to be building out a hand load for this rifle. So I'm going to take you along the process of developing a hand load and kind of what goes into developing a hand load. So this will be for all of you guys that like to shoot long range, as well as those that want to get into hand loading. It'll serve as a little video in that regard. So. But what I'm going to be, I've got a bunch of this stuff. This is the 75 grain match ammo from Hornady, and I'm hoping that these barrels like this ammunition. Not every barrel loves every type of bullet, and so hopefully these barrels will. Now on the left here we have a 69 grain Sierra Match King, which is my current long range load, and then on the right is that Hornady boat tail hollow point, that match ammo, 75 grain. So that 75 grain bullet has really good ballistics, and it should give me a lot better reach with this rifle. So anyway guys, that's the components that I have so far for the actual project. I'm missing the scope mount, the scope, and buffer tube, buttstock, and lower parts kit. I kind of know everything I'm going to get with that, and I kind of know what I'm going to get for the scope and optics as well. So we're going to show you that in the future for this actual build. Like I said, this is just going to serve as an intro for this build project. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button up to the upper left so you guys can check out this build project as we go along. And if you guys have any suggestions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. But anyway guys, I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.